Hello my dear students. Today we will learn our new chapter fractions. So first of all we will learn what is fraction. Fractions means parts of a whole. So I can give an example. Suppose this is rectangle. I am dividing into suppose three parts. First part, second part, third part. So if out of these three parts I am taking only this one part, so how will I write this one part? I will write 1 out of 3. Total number of parts are 3 and I am taking only one part, so it means 1 out of 3 means parts of a whole. Like this way, if I am taking two parts, suppose I am taking two parts out of three parts, so how will I write 2 over 3? So like this way we can represent as a fraction. So we can represent so many fractions: 5 over 6, 7 over 8, 9 over 2. These all are called fractions. So any number when we can represent A over B, this is called fraction. So here upper side number is called numerator and downside number we are called denominator. Now further we will learn types of fractions. So our first type is common fraction. In what is common fraction? In common fraction, the numerator and denominator are any integer. Suppose 5 over 9, 7 over 3 or minus 5 over 2, where numerator and denominator are any integer, it is called common fraction, or it can be called simple fractions, vulgar fractions. Now what is complex fraction? In complex fraction, it can be in this form, like numerator can be like this or denominator can be like this, or we can say both numerator and denominator can be in this form. Means either numerator can be further some fraction or denominator can be some further fraction, or both can be some further fractions. So this is called the complex fractions, where either numerator or denominator or both can be the fractions. Now proper fraction. In proper fraction, this is like this, where numerator is less than denominator. This is numerator and this is denominator. When numerator is less than denominator, it is called proper fraction. Improper fraction, where numerator is big and denominator is small. Means when numerator is big than denominator, it is called improper fraction. So all the definitions of these four types you can learn from your book. Mixed fraction is the combination of any integer with any proper fraction. So this is called mixed fraction. It is the here any integer can be there and any proper fraction. So the combination of these both is mixed fraction. Now I will tell you how to change mixed fraction into improper fraction. What is the method? This is denominator, this is integral part and this is numerator. So when we will multiply this integral part with denominator plus this numerator, downside this denominator, so we will get 5 4s are 20, 20 plus 3 over 4, so 23 over 4. This is the method to change mixed fraction into improper fraction. Now I can tell you how to change improper fraction into mixed fraction. There is opposite relation. What is the method? 23 over 4. You will divide 23 over 4. 4 5s are 20. Now how will we write mixed fraction? 5, 3 by 4. 5 is our quotient, 3 is our remainder, 4 is our divisor. So when we want to change improper into mixed, this is the method. quotient, remainder over divisor. And when we want change to mixed to improper, then we will follow this method. Now equivalent fractions. So what are equivalent fractions? When we multiply numerator or denominator with the same number, or we can divide numerator or denominator by the same number. How? You can see, if we multiply with 2, what we will get? 4 over 6. Like this way, we can multiply with 3. So it can go on. We can multiply with the same number, and this 4 over 6, 6 over 9, 2 over 3, these all are called equivalent fractions. Here, if the question is to divide, then we can divide with the same number. It can divide by 2, it can divide by 2. So this 5 over 6 and 10 over 12, these are called equivalent fractions. Now if the question is, we have to verify these both fractions are equivalent or not, what is the method? You will multiply 4 with 20 and 16 with 5. So here you will get 80 and here also 80. So if these both are, you are getting the same number, that means these both are equivalent. If these are different, then you will say these are not equivalent. Let us take an example to find the missing number. In here, both equations are equal. This sign means these both are equal and this number is missing. So how will we find out? Suppose here we will take x. X we have to find out. So what is the method? You will do cross multiply. X into 5 is equal to 40 into 11. Now x will be 40 into 11 down 5. Now solve it. 5 1 is 5, 5 8s are 11 8s are 88. So this missing number, what is the answer? 88. So this type of sums are in your exercise also. So you will do like this in your exercise. Now we will learn simplest form of a fraction. In this we will learn how can we get the simplest form of a given fraction. Suppose I am taking the example from your exercise. This number is given. Now the question is to get the simplest form of this fraction. So here what to do? We have to cut this both numerator and denominator with the common factor. You can take any common factor. You can take 3, you can take 5, you can see with which number they can both divide. So here I am going with the 5. So both should be divided by 5. So what will come here? 5 3s are 50. 5 1 is 5, 0 and 5. Now this is not a simplest form. Why? Because further we can get some common factor. Again you can see it can divide with 5. This can also divide with 5. So what will we get? 5 6 are 30. 5 2s are 10. 5 1 is 5. Again we can see this is not a simplest form because further it can divide. With which number? It can divide by 3. It can divide by 3. So what we are getting now? 3 2s are 3 7s are. Now you can see there is no any other common factor except 1. So both can divide by 1, nothing else. So this is the simplest form. So when we are getting the answer, when there is no any other common factor except 1, this is called the simplest form. So these type of sums you will complete in your exercise also. Now learn about like and unlike fractions. What are like fractions? Where 2 and more fractions having the same denominator. Suppose 2 by 7, 4 by 7, 9 by 7. These fractions are called like fractions. And when the 1 over 3, 3 over 5, 3 over 7, when the denominators are different, these are called unlike fractions. Now if the question is change this into like fraction. These are unlike fraction because denominators are different. The question is to change into like fraction. So this type of sums you can do with any method, but I am telling you this method so you can see. First of all, this we are taking the LCM of this both 7 and 5 LCM, and you know that LCM will be 35. Now further what will we do? This LCM divide by 7. So what will we get? 5. 5 2s are 10. So I will write here 10. 35 divide by 5. What you will get? 7. And 7 multiply 3, 21. So what we have got? 10 over 35 and 21 over 35. This is our answer. Because here we are getting the denominator same and we have changed into like fraction. So if this type of sums are coming in exam, you can go with any method. Now students, we will learn how to write ascending order or descending order in fractions. So I have taken from 2A exercise, 5th question, second part. So I will make you understand this part. Other questions, either that is ascending or descending, you will follow this method. So first of all, what to do? We will take the LCM of these three numbers. On the right side you can do and check what can be the LCM of these three numbers. So it can go with 5. Afterwards, so this is just like a rough work and we have to check what LCM will come. So it will come 5 2s are 10, 2s are 20, 3s are 60. So we have checked on the right side, 60 LCM will come. Now what is the method? This method you must understand, other parts you will do yourself. 60 divide by 20. LCM divide by whatever the denominator is here. You will divide both. What you will get? 3, and 3 multiply this numerator. It will come 21. Again I am telling you how to do. 60 divide by 15. What will you get? 4. And 4 multiply 8. What will you get? 32. Now 60 divide by 10. You will get 6. 6 multiply 3. You will get 18. So in this way you are getting 21 over 60, 32 over 60 or 18 over 60. Now our question is to write in descending order. So here you can see which is the biggest number. 32 over 60 is the biggest. Afterwards 21 over 60. Afterwards 18 over 60. Now we have to change this into our real numbers. 32 over 60 means in this place which number is here? 8 over 15. Here is 21. In the place of 21 which number is here? 7 over 20. And 18 over 60. And this place which number is here? 3 over 10. This is our descending order. This is our final answer. So like this way you will do. If ascending question, then you will write in ascending order. If descending, then you will do descending order. In this way you will complete today exercise 2A all parts. I have told you every method of this exercise how to do. So please complete this yourself today on your fair copy. Thank you.